right. Hello and welcome everyone back to the Pulse. We are here on the Tradier Hub as well as all of our social channels at Use PeakBot. We're here, new show, new time slot, Friday at noon Eastern. We're very excited to be here. I know we don't have Thomas in our intro screen, which, if he does well enough today, maybe we'll keep him on and get him a
These
shot.
are the tryouts for you, Thomas.
Yeah.
So, good luck. Don't speak over me today. No, I'm just kidding. Excited to get into it. Of course, if you're not familiar, this is the PeakBot team. Ben and I are co-founders. Thomas has joined us. Boy, he's been with us for what feels like 2 years now. God knows how long he's been here, but he does everything for us. We are an automated trading platform for the retail trader. Our bread and butter is option selling strategies. So that's what we're going to be covering here today. We're going to take a look at our personal trades. We're going to take a look at how PeakBot traders have performed this week, and a number of other things. Would you rather, and a couple other fun things we're going to be bringing to you. It is Friday, so we want to have a little bit of fun today. We'll get some information up on the screen here in just a second. But as always, if there are questions from our audience, do not hesitate to reach out. Put it in the chat. We'll answer your questions live. If you're a little shy and cat got your tongue, text us on the side. We're happy to, be here as your assistants. Always, this is not financial advice. We are not financial advisors. Stamp that on our foreheads. But we're excited to get into it here. Ben, I will kick it to you, and let's get it going.
Awesome. Just getting a message out, and I saw your face as soon as we went live, because I think you were reacting to the automated trades coming through.
They were. I just got filled on the Iron Condor.
I did too. I'll pull up my screen real quick to show that. So the title of this episode here is Man versus Machine. I think that we might make the show title Man versus Machine as well. We'll see how that goes. But essentially, we want to use this time to both live trade and show people how our automations trade, because Friday at 12 p.m., that's a trading window for our bots. So we can demonstrate how our bots place trades and how it kind of just appears on our account. So while we were giving our intros, our Iron Condor trades actually entered, and like Thomas, both of mine got filled. I am trading the Iron Condor on the Qs and SPY. I was able to collect a 50-cent credit on each of those, and I would estimate the probability of profit on there was probably around 70% or so, maybe a little bit higher. So that's our Iron Condor strategy. That's what that's what we've been posting a lot about on our Twitter account, in terms of the Iron Condor results that we've been getting. So really, really cool. We were also involved in a bit of a discussion earlier on Twitter. Credit spreads, hey, that's our bread and butter now. Anybody that's not seen PeakBot in about a year or so, we used to just be selling cash secured puts, covered calls. Now we're in the spreads game, and we prefer the spreads game, right? Protect ourselves from that downside risk. We're already capping ourselves from any upside, so why not protect ourselves from downside by buying a little bit of an insurance policy? So before we get into actually trading, I'll make this big here. We want to do some trader trivia, and we will have guests on this Friday show. But now this is just for myself to laugh at Dillon and Thomas, asking them these questions. So the first question ever for trader trivia is, which financial instrument was created in Japan in the 17th century and is still widely used today? Is it A, futures contracts, B, options contracts, C, stock indices, or D, mutual funds? 17th century.
So,
all right, there's no way a futures contract was built in the 17th century. I want to rule that out. So, stock indexes, no. It's got to be options contracts. I mean, because an options contract can realistically be anything. You can put an option on, I don't know, a bag of chips if you really wanted to, right?
I was reading something the other day about coupons, just like your general like coupons. And I was reading about something like comparing that to options. I guess that's kind of right. Like you have the option to use that coupon by a certain time period, by an expiration date, to purchase something at a certain price.
So Thomas, what's your final answer? What are you locking in here before I give my 2 cents?
It sounds like B.
It's options contract. Yeah, it's B. I think it's got to be.
I'm going to go, first of all, 17th century means the 1600s. Am I correct? Right? You're always kind of going back one on that. Don't want to make
it's like right now we're in the 2000s, but we're in the 21st century.
Right. Okay. I'm going to just go because I don't want to be on the same side as Thomas. I agree with his other. I'm going to go D, mutual funds.
Okay.
Let's see the answer.
Okay. Lock it in. Well, we're going to get to the would you rather question first because I want anybody who's watching, put your answers in the chat, see who's right. Don't be Googling this because you'll find it. Actually, in full transparency, I got the answer, or I got this question and answer off of GPT. So fingers crossed that it's actually accurate.
You need to check us on that.
We'll keep that on screen. But now let's talk about the would you rather question here. So here's a question, and everybody in the chat, feel free to participate in this as well. Would you rather bet 10% of your portfolio every day on highly volatile stocks that could either triple overnight or lose 90% by morning? Or would you stick with a stable index fund that guarantees, and guarantees the key word here, guarantees a steady 6% annual return, but there's no adrenaline rush to that. There's no fun to that. And it's 6%. So like, what's that really getting you over time?
That's actually crazy because this is one thing my dad has always said to me. And he said that, and I wish I could be making this up right now, but he says that if you could sign on a dotted line that you could get 6% every year for the rest of your life, you should sign that line so quickly. He said should always do it no matter what. And he said this to me, I mean, probably once a week, to be honest. He says it all the time.
So is that your answer?
Yeah, I'm going to go with that answer. I'm going to go with what my dad would want me to do here. And I'm going to say take the 6% annual return with no adrenaline rush.
Hey, Thomas's dad, if you're watching this, you've done yourself proud. Now it does, I unfortunately, I have to go with the same answer. I'm not losing 90%, I don't want to take that risk.
It's 90% of your 10% though. I would consider the 10% because it's only 90% of your 10%. So if it's a $100 portfolio, then you're only losing max $9 a day. Now it's what are the odds of it?
You essentially have to win, if the math is right here, 1 out of every 3 trades to be profitable.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it like that.
That's the key piece of this question that's missing. What's your win rate on that strategy? Then we'd be able to math it out.
Yeah, so maybe next time have that included in the scenario, Ben. We're going to give you a pass, but I'm still going to go with. No, I'm going 10%. Being that it's only 90% of your 10%, I'm taking that. I'm going to take that. I like being opposite Thomas today, and that's not because he just looks like Honey Shrunk the Thomas in his screen right now.
I know. My other machine just booted up. Speaking of man versus machine, so if I can switch here, I would greatly. We might have to
do what you got to do. I think we're split on this one, Ben. I think we're split.
All right. I think I would go with the first scenario.
Yeah.
I would risk it. I would risk it overnight.
10% of your portfolio should be set aside for some more risky stuff. Right?
Yeah, exactly. I could use the other 90% of my portfolio to have the
boring
conservative strategies traded. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's a good question. I'll pat myself on the back there.
Yeah, good. Nobody else is gonna.
Thanks, GPT.
What's the answer to the question?
Answer to Trader Trivia is futures.
Whoa!
Wow!
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was on the Dojima Rice Exchange in Osaka.
Now that you think about it, commodities, it really does make sense. I'm thinking like S&P futures, but I really do forget that futures are based on commodities.
So
yeah,
that's interesting.
I really did. I should have thought about that actually. I was thinking like options contracts, like like land somewhere along the way. An option contract probably happened, but I wasn't thinking about a future contract on rice in the 17th century.
Damn. Okay. So we were both wrong.
Both wrong.
That's a fun fact, both fun and factual. Hopefully GPT could be bullshit.
GPT might have just made this whole thing up.
Yeah. So, all right, very cool. Well, what else you got, Ben? Any other tricks up your sleeve? I got to tell you, we were ready for this whole presentation here. I knew you had trivia, but this is well done.
Thank you. Yeah, I just repurposed one of our slides. That's all. So the only other thing I have here is a fun AI-generated image, if you weren't able to tell, and then just a weekly market snapshot. So honestly, not too much going on in the market this week. Of course, we had the first presidential debate last night, which that could do its own thing to markets. Not sure anybody that tuned into that. Maybe there's some thoughts. You could put them in the chat here. We'll keep politics out of automation for now. That I think would be smarter for us. The only real piece of news that the market was really watching this week was waiting for PCE to come out. So that's personal consumption expenditures. It's kind of like the CPI, except the PCE looks at a wider bucket of items and what they're priced at, including less frequently purchased things. And overall, it's a measure to see how spending has changed. So, Thomas, you have the report on PCE. It was relatively flat. I don't know if you have any other numbers in front of you.
I know it came in at 2.6, which is what was expected, but I don't remember what it was before. I know it came in right along. Let me check.
2.6. So there was a 0% change from May to April I'm reading right now. So in a 2.6 year-over-year increase for PCE.
But it's down 0.1 from last month, which is what they wanted to see. So
yes. Yep.
So not to distract from the main point here, I got to tell you, AI is great and all. Needs some work on generating images.
So what I did on GPT, I literally just copy and pasted the left side of the slide here, and I went to GPT. I said, "Hey, make me an AI generated image based on this new snapshot."
What's the title of the paper up there? If we had to guess, consuming.
I think it's supposed to be Consumer Price Index.
Okay. Struggling. All right.
Pensuming Drifters Index.
Well, we'll work on that. All right. Very cool. So, Thomas, if you have more data that you're pulling up, feel free to shut us up and add it in. Otherwise, would we like to get into our trades from this week?
Let's get into the fun stuff.
Okay. So what do you got, Ben? And first of all, for anybody new to the audience, again, let me just take a second to explain. With PeakBot, we've automated the option selling process for the retail trader. Okay, we make it easy, affordable, and transparent to do so. We partner with Tradier as well as other brokers for you to be able to connect your PeakBot account to your broker and seamlessly place trades completely hands-free. So user experience is you pick the bot, right? So one of our bots is one of our predefined option selling strategies, which happen to be based on strategies that have been around for decades: the wheel, the iron condor, credit spread strategies. So you pick the strategy you want to use. You select the stocks you'd like to trade, which if you're like, hey, dude, I don't know what stock to pick, we provide you a curated watch list, which we will pop up and show you very soon. We have a couple different watch lists to share with you. And it shows you everything you need to know. The current price, your premiums, your strike prices, your expirations, the deltas, all of that is there, as well as risk level and the trend of the stock. So you pick your strategy, you pick your stocks, you set your budget, that's it. I'll show you guys how that looks and feels in PeakBot before we end this show, so you can see how simple it is to use. So again, predefined strategies, trade for you while you're at work, while you're in traffic, changing a diaper, whatever you might be doing. we are here, and we are here to trade for you. So, Ben, what do you got pulling up here?
Cool. This is we're unveiling something new here. Might not be 100% the complete product, but it's too good to not show yet.
Now let's pull it up.
This is our new watch list. I'm really excited about this. This is actually on our alerts domain. So for anybody that's not sure if they want to automate their trades yet, but they want to trade the same strategies that PeakBot's been trading, Dillon's up 25% on trading credit spreads in the past 2 months here.
May 1st.
My Iron Condor strategy, I'm up over 50% in the past 4 months. Just this last week, trading credit spreads live. Thomas and I were live on Monday. I closed out of all my positions yesterday, and we'll cover everything, and I'll show you the proof of trades. I made $1,200 this week trading credit spreads, only using $14,000 worth of capital. These relatively low risk strategies. So we'll get into that, and we'll actually start to open some new positions, give ourselves a bit of a head start for Monday. So this is the new watch list. If you subscribe to our alerts product, which will go live on Monday, and if you're interested in joining the waitlist for that, maybe Dillon, you can make a little banner real quick.
Yeah.
You're interested in joining the waitlist for that, text us 973-888-1166. You're going to get access on the day of to this watch list. And if you subscribe on July 1st, on Monday, you will get 2 weeks for free. And that's only if you subscribe on Monday. So this is the list, and it's all going to be on the domain here. We've heard all of the feedback over the past several months that we've been getting from our automation subscribers. By the way, if you're an automation subscriber, you're going to get this too. Don't worry, we're not going to leave you hanging there. There's an option to export this list into Excel, so you can go ahead and filter and move it around however you want. You can click this for a quick copy. You could search for certain things, like if you're looking for Amazon, you can type that in and the list will filter. And then most importantly, you can sort by ROI. You can click this button, sort by estimated ROI. You can sort by budget. You can sort by premium that you can gain here. So we can see Tesla's paying out the most estimated premium at the moment. The list by default sorts by expected value. Expected value, and of course, all of these things have a brief explanation up top. So expected value is the estimated average outcome of a series of trades. So basically, if it's a positive expected value, that's a good thing. If it's a negative expected value, it's a bad thing. It's basically saying, if you trade this exact setup over and over and over and over, what do you expect to ultimately arrive at in terms of your results? And the expected value is essentially how much return you could expect per stock over time on average for each time you make this trade. So a lot of really cool new features to what we've done with the watch list. We, of course, have earnings. Earnings will be highlighted in red. I'm not sure if we have any coming up. There will be some blanks because we're still working on this watch list. But the whole row will highlight red if that ticker is reporting earnings. And then as it relates to actually placing the trade, that's what these yellow headers are going to be for. This is going to tell you exactly what you need to do very, very quickly and concisely, how to place these trades manually. So if you're on this list, if you're looking at this list and you say, I want to trade the number one ticker on the watch list all the time. So you would just go take your ticker, TXN, Texas Instruments, go to your broker, and then the yellow columns are what you need to set up your trade. So you set up the July 5th expiration date. You would sell this put strike in plain English is how we're just going to keep it as plain English as we can. You're going to buy this put strike. So you're creating a spread for yourself. And then this is the limit order price that you're going to set in order to get that trade placed. Now, the limit order price could fluctuate. This watch list is going to be updated every 5 minutes. So different from our current watch list, which is updated every hour. This watch list will be updated every 5 minutes. So you're constantly getting refreshed data, up-to-date data, and you could quickly analyze all of your trade opportunities in the market. So let's say Texas Instruments, the ROI there isn't quite as high as you want it. It's estimated at 3.8%. It does have high EV. It does have a high pop, which is probability of profit. Let's say we wanted to move into Chewy. Chewy looks kind of good. And honestly, Thomas, maybe we should think about getting a trade set up on Chewy. The numbers here, we've got a 50-cent expected value. We've got a 73.1% pop, probability of profit, estimated 13.6% ROI. And then our buffer, this is a new column. Buffer shows you how far the strike price is from the current price. So current stock price, at least when this watch list was updated last, $25.92. And then the strike price that we would sell is $24. So the stock would have to move about 7.4% in order for the sold strike to be in the money. In the money equals bad news when we're selling spreads here. So that's what the buffer means. And maybe we'll get some trades set up in just a little bit. But Dillon, I think this might be the first time you're seeing this list in action too. I want to know what your thoughts are.
Yeah, you didn't have to expose me like that. But it's true. I have not seen this. I like it a lot. I think a couple notes quickly people should understand is buffer is brand new. We have not had that on our previous list. Whenever I went in and started making my stock selections, I always wanted to know how much breathing room I had. That's always what I call it, right? How much breathing room do I have between what it's trading at now and what my strike price is? That's really, really cool to have. Also, Ben, if you scroll over to the right just a bit and you see the last column with the limit order price, note that, if you're new to options trading, that's related to the premium you're earning, right? So if your limit order price is 0.67, you'll also notice that you multiply that by 100, and that's your estimated premium that you're earning on that contract, all right? So just keep that in mind. Obviously, if you see any black on the screen, it's because, we're focused on the put there instead of the call. So there is no call data to have. With the earnings column, it could be future or past, right? Whatever's closest. Like if we have a date that's coming up, as you can see on that first line there, you see 7/23. That's, going to be reporting in about a month. And then you'll see one's past. But the reason we highlight the earnings is because, as all of you understand, trading through earnings, specifically when selling options, at least on paper, it's just, in my opinion, not financial advice, it doesn't make all that much sense, right? Because you're limited on the upside, right? You're limited on the upside for the most part, but you're kind of playing with hot water. If you were to get assigned the shares, for those in our wheel strategy, if you're getting assigned and it has a horrible earnings report, then you're kind of digging out of a hole. Now we have other strategies, the trend spread, which avoids assignment at least, but there's can still end up taking a max loss, which you want to avoid. Love the watch list. This is set up for alerts. Ben, are we going to be transitioning our watch list for automations to a similar setup here?
Yeah, yep, exactly.
So fantastic. I just want to say one thing. We said we were going to do this, and maybe we'll be better for it by next Friday at 12. A lot of our strategies enter positions. Again, we're automated trading here. A lot of our strategies enter positions at noon Eastern. So as you can see here on Ben's screen, I'll pop mine up in a second, maybe Thomas as well. We're entering trades while we're here streaming to you. We had the idea of putting the hands up, so we're not clicking on the trade. I've had a ton of orders fill here just in the last 2 or 3 minutes while Ben's been breaking down this watch list. As you can see here, I'll zoom in. All of these orders have been filled for me just in the last 5 or 10 minutes here.
We're gonna have to figure out how we can display our screens while talking about other things, because that's really, honestly, I had no idea I had WDC set up on my Tradier account to be.
Well, this is mine. Do you have it on yours? Okay, there's yours. Okay, got it. We're in the same trade. Go ahead.
Yeah, WDC. I don't remember setting that up, but that's okay. I mean, it looks decent. Like there's a $2 spread, collected 36 cents in premium. That's great. That's good. Yeah, I'm going to set up my profit targets for Monday.
Absolutely. So, and by the way, maybe we should take a second to show people how to add a stock into their portfolio with PeakBot. Yeah.
Do it.
All right. So let's pull up Ben. If you want to get that watch list up, we'll just pretend as if we're utilizing that watch list. And I might actually enter a real trade. So let's go. Let me pull up my account. Right now I'm trading our trend spread strategy and the Iron Condor. Just so people have an idea, the trend spread bot, let's just take a second to explain what that is. It sells weekly credit spreads, similar to our wheel strategy, but the main difference, and maybe somebody, actually, here we go. I'll put it on the banner here. Trend spread. It sells weekly credit spreads, but it trades with the trend, whereas the wheel is going to sell puts if you don't own the shares and sell calls if you do. Trend spread's different. It's trading with the trend. So, in fact, Ben, do you have the trend on this watch list?
We don't, because one, it's going to take up room on the screen, but you don't really need to know the trend because we're only giving you the strike prices that are applicable.
Right.
So if you're on the put side,
it does say it.
Bullish trend. If you're on the call side, it's a bearish trend.
Right. Okay. And this is just for reference. This is what our other watch list looks like, which may again be updated here soon. But you can see we're a bit more direct on this version of it, where we're saying bullish. So if it's bullish with trend spread, it's going to enter a put credit spread. If it's bearish, it's going to enter a call credit spread. And if it's neutral, like Cloudflare here or Datadog, it'll enter an Iron Condor for you. Okay, so it trades with the trend. And also the other beauty of it is it rolls the contract. Okay, so it avoids assignment. You don't have to worry about having all this cash set aside. You know, if you wanted to trade Amazon, you better have 18 K set aside just in order to buy 100 shares of Amazon. Trend spread, you don't have to worry about that. Okay, you got to cover the width of the spread. If Amazon's got a $5 put spread, then you need $500 to place that trade. Okay? So it's built to avoid assignment. Your cash goes a lot further. So let's just go. Ben, do you want me to base off the new watch list or the old one? It's the same, similar data, but just when I share my.
Let's go with the new one.
All right, so then let's pull yours up. Let's go with. I'm looking at. Oh boy, Carvana is an old friend of mine. What's the spread on Carvana right now? $8. I think I want to avoid that. Scroll down a little bit for me here, Ben.
Wait. Do you want to sort by budget?
Yeah. Give me the give me the budget. Give me the width of the spread. Okay. So I can see my premium that I'm starting to earn here. Give me in the $2 or $3 spread range. Okay. All right, United Airlines. That stock's been good to me in the past. Earning $18 in premium. I like it. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to add UAL, ticker UAL, United Airlines, into my PeakBot account. All right. So here's how we're going to do this. As you can see here, this is my PeakBot account. I'm going to get us off screen here for a second just so they can see everything. So this is my PeakBot account, all right? On the left-hand side here is my automated portfolio. You can see the different strategies in which you can select from. We have a new Iron Condor in beta. Right now I'm trading trend spread, and that's where I want to add United Airlines, okay? So all I need to do here is click Add New Stock. And in 3 steps, we're going to be in and out of here. This is how easy it is to use PeakBot, all right? So step 1, select my bot. I'm going to select trend spread. Step 2 is stock, okay? Remember, you can click View Watch List here, and I'm going to pull up the watch list for you. So I can type in the name of the ticker or the name of the business. Either way, it's going to show up for me, okay? Quick note, if it's on the watch list and you have the cash for it, go crazy. Add as many stocks as you'd like, and it'll pop up for you, okay? But I'm just going to do United Airlines here as an example. I'm going to hit my budget here, which is the number of spreads that I want to sell for this stock. So I'm just going to go with 1. The max is 10, okay? Nobody's doing more than 10 spreads on a single stock with PeakBot. Now this budget here, I will call our eyes to it because we're transparent. This is still in beta. This budget this week has been annoying for us. That budget will be fixed very soon, and we'll say the width of the spread. So in this example, it would be 200 is the correct number that would be there. So I'll hit activate. I agree. And this stock is now going to be added into my automated portfolio here. So if I open up trend spread, we'll see UAL is here, and it's got my all my information. The spread actually upon entry, maybe it's shifted on the watch list. $1.50, one spread. I'm active and ready to rock and roll. So it's that simple to add a stock into your PeakBot portfolio, and that's the only time you're needing to log into PeakBot. Adding a stock to your portfolio or removing one to put something else in there. Additionally, as you saw, you can track your trades, how much premium was earned, realized gains and losses, all of that good stuff, okay? So if you want to get started, just remember, use peakbot.com, okay? Maybe we'll throw a code in. What do we say? Should we be spontaneous? Should we give the viewers a discount code right now?
Do it.
So,
Do it.
Let's do, what are we thinking? 25, 50,
50% off. 50% off.
Use code PB50. I'm going to put it on the screen here. All caps, PB50 for 50% off your first subscription. Boy, I sound like a salesman. But it's true.
We've got to cut you off.
All right. Well, just remember, use code PB50 for 50% off your first PeakBot subscription. You're going to start trading completely hands-free while you're in traffic, placing trades, while you're doing a live stream. You will be here and ready to rock and roll. So go to usepeakbot.com, check that out. We should take a second to also let people know with Tradier. Okay, Tradier, they're our favorite broker partner. I just moved my money from another broker into Tradier. My main account's got about 16, 17K in it. I moved it all over to Tradier to save a ton of money, not on my car insurance with Geico, but on options commission fees with Tradier. They have Tradier Pro, okay, which is $10 a month. And I'm going to put this in here as well. You get commission-free options trading, okay? It is a no-brainer. I was spending like $80 a week on options fees. And it's just, I needed to get over here, pay $10 a month, not have to worry about that anymore.
It's crazy.
And it's a huge perk. So I'm going to put it on screen here in a second. But what else we got, Ben?
I feel like we've got everything to talk about today. This is so exciting being here on a Friday because it's the end of the week. We can review our results. In the same vein as savings on commissions, again, anybody that tuned in on Monday with Thomas and I watching us, I saved $161.20 just this week because I opened, opened and closed 62 spreads. So that's 124 contracts open and close multiplied by the fees that any other brokerage would charge you. I saved $161 this week, and I made $1,200. And I'll quickly show the proof of trades here. But I opened 9 different positions, made $1,200.
Get a little breathing room there. Get a little buffer. Go ahead.
How bad are those eyes? Better?
Yeah, it is better.
Okay. Thomas, better?
Yeah, I like it.
Thomas, was it good before?
Yeah, I think it was fine before, but
okay.
It might be John's class.
I just wanted to make sure.
Now we're teaming up on me.
So I did take a loss on Bank of America, which is fine. Losses are going to happen. And I made that decision yesterday because I took a look at all of my other positions and I took a look at what my gain on the week was. I'm going to pull up Bank of America on a different screen now to see where it's trading at. And I decided I'm okay if I lose this trade. Will I regret it? Potentially. And actually, I'm looking at the stock price right now. I sold the $39.50 put strike. Bank of America is above $39.50 right now, so I would have been out of the money. So Bank of America did recover. I could have taken home a win on this, but I made 8.5% on my capital traded this week. I am totally good with that. I'm very happy with that. We can see I actually still have this Walgreens position open. Tried to close it at 1 cent, and it's there just in case somebody wants to take that, although I don't think anybody will. but that's my only actual open position. I'm probably going to see full profit on that. That's because I sold the $17 call. And actually, I made a mistake because Walgreens reported earnings yesterday. I didn't realize it reported earnings. The earnings coloring wasn't updated on our new watch list on Monday. Now it is, but it wasn't on Monday, so I didn't realize that Walgreens was reporting earnings. Luckily, the tide was in my favor.
Yeah.
And as I was selling a call credit spread, that's of course a bearish play. Walgreens price tanked like 25% yesterday. So very, very happy about that. Not for the company, sorry, Walgreens, but
They won't be on the corner of happy and healthy soon.
Thomas,
that was good.
That was a good one.
you might have just earned yourself a headshot and a spot
Can
on
we
the
get
show
somebody?
here.
If anybody knows anybody at Walgreens, can we get a sponsorship for Thomas?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe get him a new shirt with a collar that's not wrinkled. Anyway,
No.
moving on. What else you got, Thomas? I didn't mean to take that shot at you. But
So I'm just gonna anybody that's like, hey Ben, I want you to show proof of trades. Okay, well here it is. I'll just scroll through this, review this on your own time, and check my trades if you wish. So anything on the Qs and SPY, those are going to be my Iron Condor trades. But if we go all the way back, looking at my trade history, all the way back to what was Monday's date? Was that the 24th?
24.
yeah.
So I've got some SPX trades in here as well that are not my credit spreads. But yeah, so we can see all of the trades I made. I did take profit on a lot of these in the middle of the week. It was actually really great. The week was great. So for anybody new tuning in, I'm trading these positions manually. And there's the last of my my trades. And these are all Iron Condor trades anyway. So I am trading these manually. I like to take profit at 50% on Mondays. So if anything that we open up today, I'm going to set a take profit target at 50% for Monday. And if I don't achieve that profit on Monday, I'm going to up that. I'm going to change it to 60% for Tuesday, and then 70% for Wednesday, 80% for Thursday. And then on Friday, I'll keep it at 80%, or I'll roll the position. Or in this case, as we see with Bank of America, I'll just take the loss and I won't roll it to the next week, and I'll just start with a clean slate. So, I mean, this week we can see the numbers a little all over the place, but NVIDIA worked out on Tuesday, Carvana, AMD, Boeing, Carnival Cruise Line, fantastic. On Wednesday, I got out of Dell. Yesterday, I got out of GameStop, Walgreens, and Bank of America. So, again, great trading week for me. I don't know, Dillon or Thomas, if you had any trades you wanted to highlight. If not, I'd love to get into some live trading.
All right. So quickly, what I was going to show, I'll just pull it up on my screen here. I've been on an absolute heater since, I don't know, I say May 1st, but it was even prior to that. So I'm going to pull this up quickly just so you guys can understand. I had a down week this week. I'm only down about $200, but what I wanted to show is this tweet here. So again, we mentioned this briefly earlier. This is our trend spread bot from May 1st to 6/17. That's when I, stopped tracking, and then I'll get an update for us next week. My account was up 25.34% in that time. You guys can see the equity curve here. All trades were placed completely hands-free. And, I'm making roughly between $700 and $800 in premium on about a 16K account every week. Right now, I'll have some losses. Okay, we're selling the 30 delta for a lot of these strategies, which means we're expecting about a 70% win rate. And so, I will have losses. But my point is, we are screaming here with trend spread. And then I also just wanted to show that a couple other quick data points. This is how PeakBot's been doing on our wheel strategy, which right now is the favorite. I think very quickly with our new Iron Condor bot and the trend spread strategy, people are going to be moving away from the wheel just because there's just better strategies out there. But $86 million worth of capital traded in the last 52 weeks. 83% of our traders were profitable. Keep in mind, 90% of you retail traders out there fail. Okay. 32% average annual return, while the S&P did 23%. Now you're thinking, are you just avoiding looking at your losing trades for this week, Dylan? Yeah, I was. But here it is. Okay, these are all my orders that filled while we've been live on today's show. Here's my position.
Dylan, zoom in. I can't see.
Zooming in. So a lot of red for me. I made some poor choices, but I still collected a lot of premium. There was a couple big ones that really hurt me, which I might have just closed out and rolled into a new one. I think my old Roku contract, which was here 20 minutes ago, I rolled it with trend spread, hands free. I'm now in a new one. I got a call for next week, so that means we're in a bearish trend. But Roku hurt me this week. It went the other way. I forget if I was in a call or a put. But it was a call, I believe, and it went the other way. But point is, not the best week for Dylan, but I'm okay. I'm all right with that. Oh, boy. Why are we still on the side if we don't have a screen pulled up? Let's see.
I think you stopped sharing your screen.
Yeah, but normally it kicks us back. Anyway, that's me for the week. I'm down about $200, but I know I'll have a recovery. I'm sticking to my strategy. I'm not changing my portfolio. I like the stocks I'm trading. I like the premium I'm earning. I like my win rate. One bad week, I'm not going to let my emotions take over here. I'm going to stick to the strategy. What do you guys got?
Thomas, I want you to give us some trade ideas right now. Let's start trading.
I'm ready.
It's Friday afternoon. I want to get into some spreads for next Friday.
And we've been here over 40 minutes. I don't know how long we got to be here, want to be here. Let's be efficient with it. Thomas, what do you got? If not, Ben, get going. I'm not as much of the live trader as you guys are, so I'll just be here.
Get out of here then.
I could leave. I'll leave right now, but I think people would miss my shirt. So, Thomas, anything brewing, or Ben? What do you guys got? Share a screen. Show us around.
I'm just going to go back to this watch list. And as we saw before, ticker TXN was number one on the list. It's moved its way down since we looked at it last. I'm actually going to refresh screen again, just so that way I've got the most up-to-date data to work with. Wait for that to load up. TXN back on top. Carvana knocked it down. See, this is how quickly things could change here, and this is how quickly we're updating our watch list. So I want to take a look at Chewy. Chewy is interesting to me. What's that, Thomas?
Roaring Kitty sent it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he posted something about that.
He posted a picture of a cartoon dog and it ripped.
Yeah, RIP Doge. I don't know if he posted Doge. I didn't even see what he posted. I just heard about it. So never mind. I'm not touching Chewy.
Well, really quick, so you guys can see the chart. This is on Tradier here.
Yeah.
So you can see we had a nice little spike here.
Yeah.
So that's nutty. Seems like it's just coming down a bit. Technical analysis, Ben, in case, well, I guess you're going to avoid it at this point. But
Yeah. Look up NVIDIA. I think I might want to play NVIDIA again.
I think I'm in on it.
So NVIDIA, here's the 1 month chart. If we look at Tradier's technical analysis tool, which we love, I use it for almost all my entries. Hit 1 week here. We got 15 buy signals, 8 neutral, 3 sells. On paper, that looks like a put credit spread to me, but
it is.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? If you have your own chart here that you want to pull up or anything, it looks like we're kind of in this channel here, but
I like that support.
Yeah, like 122, 120.
Thomas, I said it on Monday. I felt like NVIDIA was going to bounce off of that 120 price. It didn't even make it down to 120, which was good to see. So I want to see where exactly these strike prices are lining up this week. So I am going to. Oh, did I freeze?
No, you're back.
You're here.
Oh, I'm here. Okay, my screen froze. Can we see the options chain here?
Yep.
Yes.
So I'm gonna see. I'm just gonna make sure my expiration is set for next Friday, which is the 7th. I want to see what strike price we are going to be selling, and of course the watch list is going to tell you. But I'm going to show you how you could just double check it yourself. So the watch list right now is saying sell the 119.5 and buy the 113.6, and that creates a $6 spread. The way that you can look at that here is you want to take a look at the deltas. Is this right? Okay, that's right. What we want to do is we want to sell the strike price that's closest to but less than the 30 delta, and then buy the strike price that's closest to but less than the 10 delta. So it actually looks like, based on this, we're at the 122 strike here, whereas PeakBot was saying 119.5. 122 seems kind of close to the money, in my opinion. Now, let's just say, I keep going to that tab for some reason. Let's say we were going to just follow the watch list, and let me refresh this one more time just to see what kind of data update we get.
By the way, while you're doing that, coming up on close to 1,000 viewers on today's show, hopefully from Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. So appreciate all you people streaming, tuning in. If you're on our YouTube or the Tradier YouTube or our Instagram, know that you're not alone. Come join the party on X.
Ben, I'm looking at a different option chain, and 119 is correct.
119.5 is correct, or 119?
119.5 is correct.
Okay. So let's do 119.5, and then 113.5 is the bot strike, right?
Yep. And that is all correct.
Okay, fantastic. Thanks for looking that up, Thomas.
No problem.
So that's creating a $6 spread. So I'll probably want to trade 3 spreads here, opening up an $1,800 position. I'm going to go for the 107 price. So as we can see here, commissions and fees, $0 because I'm a Tradier Pro member. I'm going to make about $321 in premium. I'm going to go ahead and punch this in before that premium erodes even more. And then I'm going to go back to my spreadsheet here. And I'm going to just reset that. That's not the background.
Oh, no.
All right, so I will remove all of this. Premium I earned was 107, assuming that just filled 3 spreads. So similar to last week, and I'm going to change my profit target to 50% for Monday. So if I am able to take profit on Monday, I'll basically get a 9% return, $161 in premium for the $1,800 I need in my account to get this trade placed. So let's see, that is open right now. I'll let that bounce around back up to 107. I'm not going to go price chasing on a Friday. Thomas, are there any tickers that you want to look at the chain for?
You know,
Coinbase.
Oh, okay. Coinbase. I'm looking at Coinbase again. Bitcoin pulled back. I'm thinking that it's going to bounce again next week. I think Coinbase is going to follow that bounce. And I think maybe an iron condor could do it again, honestly.
On Coinbase?
On Coinbase. I think it's down today a little bit. Let me double check that.
I'm going to look at the...
It's down today, just slightly up this week. Bitcoin had a little bit of a pullback. I think it's ready to bounce up a little bit next week. And I think Coinbase will ride it up next week.
Note that, I'm going to pull this up really quick, on Tradier for the 1 week chart or 1 week technical analysis, almost perfectly neutral.
Yeah.
Slightly on the buy side.
PeakBot also actually has it as neutral too. So it would be placing an iron condor.
It would be. And just a note on this list, if you look for Coinbase, it won't pop up because we are only showing this watch list to our alerts subscribers as a one-sided credit spread, not an iron condor. However, the bot trend spread will trade an iron condor and set it up automatically for you. So on Coinbase, it looks like the strike prices are going to be, let me pull up the chain here. I've got the chain pulled up on another screen as well. It looks like the 210 strike on the, no, I'm looking at, yeah, the 210 strike on the put side. Does that sound right, Thomas?
210. Are you on the right expiration?
Not on this screen. So many screens, so much data.
Let me double check here.
Live trading Coinbase here, people.
And
Actually, not a put credit. Well, which side are you going, Ben? You going put?
I'm gonna see what the condor looks like. So actually, Thomas, we like to every time we trade Coinbase, we break the rules.
We always break the rules. Pull up the chain or the chart.
Pull up the chart. That's the best. When you're breaking the rules, best way to do that is pulling up the chart.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
if we look at the past month, I mean, the high is at 260 and the low here is 207. If we go to 3 months, I want to take a look at what we're working with here. I would feel comfortable probably with a $200 strike. What do you think, Thomas, for the put side?
Put side 200. It's paying good premium. Make it a 5. I'm okay with a $5 spread on both sides. Maybe $7.50 on both sides.
So what strike are you looking at on the call side?
Pull up the chart. Maybe I kind of like that 250-ish area.
I was gonna say I like 250 as well.
Maybe I wonder what 260 is paying out. Let me see.
I feel like 260 is gonna be too high.
Oh yeah, 260 is way too high. 250 still looks good. Actually, I don't know if we'll be able to get filled somewhere in 250. Actually, we're just gonna.
We might have to go to 240.
Wow, y'all making going into this. You guys keep doing your thing. Just remember, PeakBot automates all of this for you. Ben and Thomas can't help but scratch the itch to trade live here, which is fantastic. But again, not for me. I'm gonna stay automated. But what do you guys?
I'm thinking sell 240, buy 245.
Yeah, that's what. So it would be sell 200 and buy 190.
Yeah, 195. I did 195.
195 is what I meant.
Yeah,
Sorry.
keeping it even. Yeah, and it's paying 76. Not bad. And I mean, you could probably get closer to the ask. Right now, it's paying 78. Oof. This is. I feel like if you put it at 85, 80, the same thing.
Hit over 1,000 viewers, gentlemen.
So, woo!
Let's go.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes.
So, I mean, what this is looking like, Thomas, is we've got a $5 spread on both sides. So I'll go 3 condors here. And we're looking at a $20 buffer in each direction.
Yeah.
And about 70 cents in premium. So if we wanted to know what our return here would be, Coinbase, $500 spread, 70 cents in premium.
I think I might just
target
75.
7%. Not bad.
No.
This would be an iron condor.
Oh, yeah, I'm putting this through right now. The mid just hit 84.
84?
I just sent it through. Let's see if it fills.
Feel free to bring your screen up too, Thomas, if you want.
Thomas doesn't like sharing screen. I don't know what his problem is.
And we're gonna wrap here in the next like 5-6 minutes. We don't want to go much longer than an hour here. So appreciate everybody hanging around with us. But
My NVIDIA position filled finally. All right, and now I'm in on 83 cents for an iron condor on coin. It's working order. So let's see if it fills there.
80 cents. All right, Thomas. You've peer pressured me again. I'll do it with you.
Go for it.
We can see the mid's a little bit above 80 cents. So let's see if we get filled here.
It's going to take some time. It usually takes some time to get filled on coin.
Yeah. So I think this is good. We covered a lot today. It'll be great when we get some guests on the show as well. We can go back and forth with our guests. That was a good head start to us live trading on Monday as well. So Thomas will be back on Monday, opening up our spreads. We'll post on X if the positions or the trades that we just placed have filled. That way you guys could all follow along with what we're trading. Again, on Monday, we will be launching our alerts service. If you want in on alerts, text in for alerts to 973-888-1166. We will add you to that wait list. If you're on that wait list and you sign up on Monday, on July 1st, you will get 2 weeks for free. That's the only sale that we're going to be running for alerts. Very low cost product, $5 per week. As you saw, I was manually trading based off of the same tools that you can trade off of. I was trading that on Monday. Over the course of the week, I made $1,200. That pays for my alert service for a decade. So it's low cost, low barrier to entry. Try us out. Trade the same strategies we've been trading. Once you get tired of doing it manually, automate it with our PeakBot automations, and we'll be more than happy to help you throughout that entire journey. But we're on a mission here. We're on a mission to create profitable traders. Dillon had it up on screen before. 90% of retail traders lose, but 83% of PeakBot traders win. So
hard to argue with that.
Fun.
Yeah. And look, we did not reinvent the wheel here, pun intended. We just automated it. All right. So this is how Wall Street and hedge funds and institutional traders have been trading for decades. We figured when we started this business 4 years ago, Thomas is frozen, that it was time to build a bridge, make this accessible to the everyday retail trader, those who maybe can't stare at a stock chart all day or don't want to. And we've made it easy, 3 steps, affordable. I don't think we talked about our pricing, just so everybody knows. See ya, Thomas. He left before we can kick him out anyway. PeakBot starts at just $19 a month, okay? The idea is that you make that back on your first trade. You should be making more than $19 in premium in your first trade on your first day. So we want everybody to have access to this. We appreciate everybody tuning in here. We will be back live on the Tradier Hub with the Pulse on Monday morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern, to take a look at how we've performed, take a look at a number of other things, and of course, as always, more business updates. If there's questions or if there's anything you'd like for us to cover during our live shows, do not hesitate to reach out. We pride ourselves on being available. Again, thank you, everyone. Thomas can't say his goodbyes, but we'll say his goodbyes for him. And Ben, anything else before I sign us off officially?
Get out of here.
All right. We will see you.